Laser cut mobile contest. So these are the grading criteria and the contest scoring criteria. First, what is a mobile? Here are some pictures of fish mobiles. Here's one that I like because it's got a bunch of different beams and it's complicated the way they're all balanced. It's kind of an interesting torque problem. And here's one, another one, another one. A lot of different kinds of mobiles. So you go to the requirements, and I think what I'll do, I've made a couple of examples. I'll show you the examples and I'll explain what these requirements mean as, or how they relate to the examples. So first, at least 4 hanging figures. So here's one example. This is a dog mobile, and it has 4 dogs. So there we go, 4 dogs, 4 hanging figures. Figures are suspended by strings from at least 2 support beams. Oops, those are the Deinonychuses. So here's a support beam, here's another one. And in the Deinonychus one, the support beams are a little different, like that. But it's still 2. Both of these are pretty much what I'm looking for, or examples of it. Figures vary in size, right? At least 2 of the figures have at least twice the volume of at least 2 other figures as measured in the Rhino file. Here's what that means. If I select this big dog and I go up to Analyze, Mass Properties Volume, it's 3.93 cubic inches. And this little dog is 1.87. So the big dog, these 2 big dogs, this one and this one, they're exactly the same, and they're both twice as big as this one and this one. So that's fills that requirement. At least 4 of the figures have at least 4 appendages each. So I need to have some appendages here, and they have 4 appendages. These are simple. The Deinonychus appendages are a little more complicated. See how here's the front leg, but it's got this piece that connects to the body. Same thing on the other side. Somehow this little connector piece on the back leg got lost from one side. I don't know where it is, but it doesn't matter. Mobile consists of no more than 2 1 foot by 2 foot sheets. That's a lot of plywood. There's no way that either of these is going to amount to that much. One way to do this is to look at the mass of all of these and this together, or the volume. And the volume is 15. Now the volume of a full sheet, let's just say it's 23.5 by 11.5 by 0.117 inches. That is 31. So quite a bit more than what you've got here, and you get to use 2 sheets if you want. 2 support strings are separated horizontally by at least 1 foot. This is just kind of the scale of the thing. So if I measure the distance between 2 of these support strings, from there to there is 19 inches. From here to here is 25 inches. So that's good. On the Deinonychus, from there to there is only 11 inches. So this one's a little too small. Total volume of the figures is at least 5 cubic inches. Yes, it was. You saw me measure that. The center of mass of each figure is within 0.5 inches of its support string in the horizontal dimension measured in Rhino. Here's what this means. Well, I guess I can do it here. So if I select this figure, and let me go to wireframe so you can see, and hit Analyze, Mass Properties, Volume Centroid, that'll give me the center of mass. and that's this dot right here. And that dot, sorry, if I look down from above, that has to be within 1 inch, or sorry, a half an inch of the string. And then the last requirement is that the overall center of mass of the whole thing, so if I select all this and I do analyze volume centroid, that dot right there has to be within 1 inch of a direct line below this string. So if I push this down, whoop, sorry, need to turn ortho on and push that down. That's within 1 inch. So those are the requirements. Scoring criteria. Now this is for the contest. This is somebody's going to win, somebody's going to come in last probably, but it doesn't affect your grade. If you do all this stuff, you get 100%. So the scoring criteria, the balance, that just means the levelness of the beams. If you make something like this dog mobile and this is tilted, then you lose points on the balance. Structural and complexity, number of figures, I only have 4. If you have more, that's probably better. If they vary in size more, that would be better. Beam structures with various levels. You know, something, if it were something cool like those fish that I showed you earlier, this one, you know, that's pretty neat. That would meet the requirement for, or address the criterion of structural complexity. Figure complexity. My Deinonychuses are a little more complicated in their 3D nature than my dogs are. But they're all the same, so I could have some variety within there. So different kinds of dogs and different poses. Aesthetic quality, how's it look? That's just a general attractiveness. Fit and finish, so is it all neat? And then creativity or novelty. So if I see, or the judges see your finished product and we think, wow, hey, that's cool, I wasn't expecting that, then you get some points for creativity and novelty. That's it.